What's your most viewed prank video on TikTok?
I got 12.7 million. But I usually aim for like maybe 3 videos a week. The next month I woke up because the video was still doing well.
Yeah.
Got another £800.
Don't make me laugh. I'm trying to be serious right now. Guys, girls, welcome back to another episode of From the North. Hope everyone is good. Hope you had a good week. Let's get into it. I was really looking into that whole I Show Speed in Africa, that tour. It's just like touring Africa, going to all these different countries and experiencing culture.
Mhm.
And I think it's pretty sick because I don't know, I have an inclination that like streaming is going to catch up to podcasting soon in the way that it's blowing up. It's really, really blowing up fast. And streamers are just hot cake right now. You know, you can just go in your stream and you just act crazy a bit, you know, do your thing, just be comfortable, and thousands of people are watching you. That's kind of like how the podcast craze was a thing at one point, like 3, 4, 5, 6 years ago.
That's true.
And now streaming is a thing. So, and I Show Speed is one of the biggest streamers in the world, himself and Kai Cenat. Speed reached 50 million subscribers on his YouTube channel.
Really?
Not that long ago, like a couple of weeks ago, 15 million subscribers on his YouTube channel, just for being himself,
That is
being
crazy.
his own self.
But I think that's what people like. People like people to relate with you as a person. Like, if
Yeah,
they
yeah.
understand who you are as a person, it's more relatable because,
Yeah.
they're like, you're just a normal guy and I enjoy watching you.
Let me ask you a couple of questions. You know, when you started doing prank videos, what made you really want to do prank videos? Of all the niches that you could have picked.
So I think because my personality, someone asked me, they're like, what percentage of unserious are you? And I think I was
That's a
like
good question, by the way.
75%. And then she was like, no, I'd give you 95. Because I think I'm just very much an unserious, but in everything I do, like if you spent the day just watching me, my habitat,
Yeah.
you'd be like, my friend said it to me yesterday. She's like, I am the businesswoman. So in that aspect, I have to be so switched on. But outside of work, oh my goodness, it's like tumbleweeds in my brain. Like I'm
Yeah.
literally just oblivious. But with pranks, I was like, it was easy to do them because that's my personality. Like I can say something so out of pocket and kind of just look at you and be like,
Yeah. What's wrong with this one?
yeah. And it's like, it's who I am, I guess. So then I started seeing that a lot of American hairdressers did pranks, but my pranks aren't me like playing a stupid joke on. It's based off of experiences that I've had with clients, and it's kind of like my intrusive thoughts of how I would like to respond because obviously I have to be professional. So in a lot of my pranks, that's not me actually being like serious, but that's how I would respond in my mind. Like if someone came and said something, I'd be like, I'm gonna charge you £600. But it's just easy because it's literally just who I am as a person. So the concept, I could be driving and I'll think, oh my goodness, a client comes in and then they want their hair done, but then I'm going to tell them that it's like about £600. Then they'll sit down. And it literally just comes to my mind as I'm like just doing something random. Or I'll be in the middle of the night and I'll be about to sleep and I'll wake up. I'm like, oh my goodness, I could do this, I could do that. And I just put it together. And then I'll come in the next day and I'm just like, yeah, but it's like what goes on in my head on a day-to-day basis. And I just now put it in front of the camera. And yeah.
Do you tell people what to do?
No, so most of my clients like are very much, and I think because they're used to my personality, they're very much like, she's being serious. Because I will say something so crazy with such a straight face, and they're like, is she being serious? Is she joking? I'm like, yeah, I'm being deadly serious. I'm not. But I think because I have such a dry sense of humor, I guess, that my
Yeah.
personality is very much like, you never know if I'm actually being serious, and 100% of the time I'm actually not being serious.
Do they not see the camera when you set it up?
No, because I always say content to do hair anyway. So I'll just be like, today you're either going to be my day in the life, or I do tutorials of me doing the process.
Yeah.
So sometimes they don't even see that the camera's been turned on. So I have it like at an angle, like facing the mirror. So I can see it and they can see it in the mirror, but they don't know if it's recording or not. So sometimes I'll just quickly press record and then go about whatever I'm
So
doing.
they don't even know what you're doing sometimes. You just catch them like live. Crazy. What's your most viewed prank video on TikTok?
With my client, I got 12.7 million.
Damn.
And that was crazy. And it's because I've had an experience with a client who's like just so cocky, like so arrogant. And she came in and she was just like, she sat down. This one though, I did like, that was a skit that I wanted to reenact.
Okay. So that was a
So
skit.
yeah, that one was a skit.
So someone else had done the skit before?
No. This was an actual experience I'd had with a previous client.
Okay.
But I was like, I hadn't captured it when the client came in. So when like this client who I know really well, I was just like, yeah, this has actually happened to me before, but I want to reenact it so people can actually see that stuff like this does actually happen. But some of the stuff I never get to catch on camera. So that's why I'm like, my pranks play out really well because some of them, like if it seems like a skit, sometimes it is, but there's ones where genuinely like the client is like, what's going on? And I'm just like, but with her, it was just give me attitude and make like a bunch of demands. And a lot of people in the comments had experienced clients like that as well. That's why I wanted to like, some of the skits are like to raise awareness, I guess, so that people see this is what happens. And a lot of people in the comments will be like, that's happened to me before, or that's relatable. And then it creates a conversation. And I've been able to build like a little mini community because I post relatable content through either my pranks or my skits.
When did you start doing those prank videos on TikTok? Was it last year, 2025 or?
2024, end of 2024. So me and my friend Esther had spent about like a year and a half literally like just figuring out our algorithm, figuring out what other like brands or like hairstylists in America do, because a lot of the UK stylists are really good at doing hair, but I've not really seen like interactive content, which is what American hairdressers do. So me and her had spent like a year researching that, and then towards the end of 2024, that's when I started posting my pranks. So I was just like, hold on a second. I am a joker in real life, so I may as well
just be you.
Yeah, and show it on camera. And it's really played off well because again, I am just being myself and it works.
That's exactly what streamers are doing as well. They're just being themselves on streams and they're absolutely killing it. But so that video that got 12 million views on TikTok, how long did it take to go from 0 to 12 million views? You remember?
I think
Or did it happen in different stages? Or
different stages. I think it took about a month to get 10 million. So I think in a 24 hours, I got 1 million.
That's crazy.
I think in 48 hours, it was 2 million. And then I think within a week, I'd gotten like 1 million. I'd gotten 5 million. And then, after a month.
After that, I would just slowly get
And then I think it was 6. It took me 6 weeks to get 12 million.
Damn. How did that make you feel? Because had you ever done anything in your life that ever gone that viral before?
No, but
or
then I think
videos
also, do you know the thing is, me and my friend were speaking about this because I think my first ever 1 million views, I was gassed. The second, I think, was 2 million. I was gassed. Then again,
on that video or just in general?
In general. So that wasn't like, I think that was like my 8th viral video.
Okay.
So when I reached like, I think even when it reached 8 million, my brain couldn't process how big of a number it was. So I was kind of like numb, where I was just like, this isn't that big of a deal, because trying to process like 12 million people didn't make sense in my head. Like I physically could not comprehend it. So I think the one thing that me and my friend were saying were like, when something becomes so normal, it kind of loses, the excitement. Because I thought I was going to be like so gassed.
Yeah.
And I was just like, in theory I was, but the reality of it was kind of like, okay, what now?
Yeah, that's like the hedonic treadmill. Is like the idea that like when you do something that you've always wanted to do, after a while it just gets boring.
And when you keep hitting a target after target after target,
yeah, it just gets boring.
Yeah, and I was kind of like, okay, what now? Because it's like, it was incredible, but I was like, I've already hit 1 million before. I've hit 2 million.
Crazy.
I've hit all these millions, and I was kind of just sat on it where I'm like, but then it's still, I think because I didn't post for a while. I didn't post for like 6 months after that, actually. And then I posted a video in December. In less than 24 hours, it hit 1 million, and I was gassed. I was like,
gassed.
because it
kind of reassured you that you can still do it
again, and I was just like, it was crazy because I think I've unlocked the algorithm that I know how to post a video that I now know is gonna go viral.
Yeah.
So it's like when it does, sometimes I'm just like even just people saying it to me, I'm like, I've achieved that. Like I can't believe I've actually managed to hit 1 million in 24 hours. It's in that 24 hours. Anytime I get a video that reaches 1 million in 24 hours, it is like okay.
Yeah.
I can't believe that I can still do this. That still does have the same feeling, because it's insane. Like being able to go viral on social media, especially Instagram. That was the first time I think I got 5 million views almost
on Instagram
on a video that I posted. And in a day, I think it was in a day, I'd had 2 million views. And I remember like being so shocked because I was just like, Instagram is the hardest algorithm to get into.
Tell me about it.
And now I feel like I've cracked it, where I'm just like, I know that this is going to go viral. And once you've hit that, like, there's a certain spot, any video that you post just kind of goes viral.
Spectra Niche 451 Hibiscus Marrakesh. Check these guys out. They're not sponsoring us today, Nice perfume. You can just on the go, have it in the car, wherever when you get out. Just to like that. And it smells really nice. Spectra 451, check them out. And is there sort of like a system to it? Like, so is it better to post in the mornings with this type of content or?
I've been telling people one thing that I have noticed that I give advice on
Yeah.
is, especially when people are posting, like I can see content and I'm not the most perfect content creator. Like I've not really fully figured it out, but I think I'm getting there. And I see.
You're very humble saying that, by the way. You're getting 12 million views.
No, but I'm still not.
You're still humble.
No, like whenever I'm giving people advice, I'm like, don't listen to me because I don't know what I'm doing. Like I think I can, for me, I can figure it out. But also I don't want to come across as she knows it all.
Okay.
But genuinely, like there's some of like people's content that I'll see and I'm like, I know exactly why this isn't blowing up.
Okay.
So even with two of the girls in the salon, I helped them do a prank and then I edited the video for her because I just wanted to know, can I actually do this? Like, do I actually know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
And on one of them, she blew up. The other one as well, she posted, that was her first like independent video. And I think in a day, she just created her Instagram. She got 3,000 views.
That's good.
So I was like, okay, let me
There's
try
something
again.
here.
And I did it with Kay. Within a month, he'd reached 10K followers. I think it was within a week.
Yeah.
So I've always been testing it where sometimes I do doubt, like, do I actually know what I'm talking about? Do I actually understand the algorithm? But let me give myself, a little bit of credit because I really struggled. I really struggled too.
And
I'm
you were
like,
telling me when we started today, when I got in here today, about how I need to give myself a bit more credit, but you need to give yourself even more credit.
like I'll be so like, oh, I don't know. But I genuinely do see people's content and I'm like, I know why this isn't blowing up.
So
Because
why sorry to interrupt you, but why do you think that some people's content don't do well? Is it like is it from the thumbnail? Is it the length of the videos? Is it how they're editing it? What's going on?
it's everything. Like, and it gives me anxiety. I think because the way my ADHD brain works, I am so specific.
Right.
So one, your cover picture has to be eye-catching. So if you go through my Instagram and you see my thumbnails, you'll see that it's...
Is it better to look at Instagram or your TikTok? What one is
they're
better to look
exactly the same, to be honest. I post the same things on both of them.
Okay.
But
So let me
you'll
look at your TikTok.
see that the algorithm on both platforms actually is now mimicking each other.
Okay.
So on Instagram, the last prank I posted got, I think, 60,000 views. On TikTok, I think it's almost on 70,000. So it's quite similar. But I always use the exact same thumbnail for each one so that it looks the same. But I don't know if you look at the thumbnail, it looks like orderly. I don't know if that makes sense. And I make sure that whatever the caption is, it's something that people want to watch. So I always ask myself, what would people like to watch? Or what would I like to watch? Like if I'm seeing content, I'm like, what is interesting for me?
I'm seeing it. I can see it.
Can you?
Yeah, I'm seeing like one of them. You're really frowning.
Wait, which one?
This. I had to block her after her appointment. You're really frowning.
Yeah, so
there.
I'll move it just to get, because as soon as you see it, you're gonna be like, hold on a second, why is she frowning? Like, what's going on?
Yeah.
So it's like little pieces that I'm like so particular with how the thumbnail looks. And that's why I'm always telling people, I'm like, make sure that one, that is eye-catching enough for people to, want to view it. But also one of the reasons why I think some people don't go viral is I prioritize quality over quantity, which is why that video that got 12 million, I didn't post for 6 months, not because I didn't want to, but I just had a lot going on. But I knew that video would carry me. And then when I came back, the first video I posted, boom, it blew up. Because I knew that my algorithm that I've built doesn't care. If I post 20 videos in a day, it doesn't care. It cares about the quality of the content that I'm posting. And it's not even just in terms of like the lighting. It's like, what is the concept? So if I haven't posted in like 6 months, I need something that's either outrageous, something that is heartwarming, something that is either educational or day in the life. And I can just post one video and it'll carry me for the month.
Yeah.
So I see a lot of people post just a bunch of different stuff. And I remember I used to do that when I first started. I could post a hair video, then I'll post I'm at dinner, then I'll post I'm in the salon, then I'll post I'm in the gym. And it's like all separate things, but it's like, it doesn't fit into a specific niche.
It confuses the algorithm.
So even my algorithm knows I'm a prankster. So if I post a prank, the algorithm already knows this is a prank and it's going to push it out to my audience that likes watching pranks. If you post you're a gym babe today, it might start pushing it to the gym people, but then tomorrow you're a foodie. And it's like, okay, so do we post it to the foodie because your audience isn't just food people? If you're a lifestyle person, then you can do food one day, gym another, but your algorithm is known that you're a lifestyle type of person. But I
Yeah.
think if you're posting a bunch of different stuff that doesn't fit, because I only stick to 3 things, which is day in the life, tutorials, or pranks. That's it. And my algorithm knows that. So I know with each one, pranks do way, way better.
Yeah.
But even the other ones, they still
They
do
still- they
fit
still
into
do
the
okay.
algorithm. But you'll never see me just post a picture of someone's hair, whether it's a footballer, whether it's a celebrity, because my algorithm doesn't care. If it's something just a video of the hair, I don't post that because I know it doesn't work for me. That's not my algorithm. But there's other people who their like algorithm might just be the end result and that continues to blow up.
Yeah.
But I know that's not mine. So that's why a lot of my Instagram, you don't see a lot of my work because that's not my algorithm. It's
doesn't work,
never gonna
yeah.
pick it up. And I would rather focus on good quality content than just pushing out a bunch of stuff, because it's frustrating as well. I've seen people who are like, my content isn't going anywhere. I was like, because you're wanting it too badly, I guess. Like
Yeah.
if you just know that I'm doing this because I enjoy it and this is what looks good, this is what feels good, then yes. But if you're every day just, I think everyone falls into this narrative of post, 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 but you're just literally posting with no, like to me, I'm like with no direction. You're
Yeah.
literally just, if I have nothing to post, I won't post it. Like I genuinely, I could sit for 6 months and I've got no content. Like
Yeah.
I could take content and post it, but I'm like, I'll get 200 views in the algorithm. And once you get back into that 200 views, TikTok can shadow ban you, and so does Instagram. So if I'm posting content that doesn't mix with my algorithm, they're like, you're not interesting enough. We're not going to push it out. So I think people also think people aren't watching my videos. It's not people, it's the algorithm. The algorithm will decide if this is interesting enough. Are we going to push it out? And if it's not, it will continue to sit and only hit a certain audience. But you have to pick a niche and be consistent with that niche. Like you have to literally keep building on it. Then if you have a viral video, then yes, you can just post any random video. But you actually do have to be strategic. There's other people who post clips and that works for their algorithm. But if you haven't built that, it doesn't work. And also, if you've already built a previous algorithm, trying to post new content on that algorithm, it takes a lot of work. You now have to retrain your algorithm, because I've seen people who say they used to just post a bunch of stuff that didn't really have like content or like any sort of context as to what they were posting. They've now trained their algorithm to know that anything else that you post, the algorithm only knows what you've previously posted. So sometimes it is okay to delete everything and start again and build a new algorithm.
What's the most amount of money you've ever made from like TikTok or anything like that?
I think 2.5K.
Okay, from like getting a couple of millions of views. So you really need to be hitting those millions of views if you want to make anything.
But you have to hit
substantial.
10K
Followers.
to then be in the program where you then.
You can.
But if you have, say, if you post every day, because I could even post every day and like I would know that, okay, this is like a prank, this is this. But I usually aim for like maybe 3 videos a week if I'm posting consistently.
Yeah.
And if each one of those even got 500,000 views each and you've got 10K, you can still make an easy £1,000 on top. They have like the TikTok creators fund.
And
then
goes in there.
on a certain day, they just deposit into your bank account.
Oh,
so
just
you
go on a
literally
certain day.
And if you have a video, because there was the video, the one that made me, I think 2K. No, it made me more than 2K. The first month, because it bases it off like within a month. So the first month, I woke up, I think they gave me like 1.7. The next month, I woke up because the video was still doing well. Got another £800. Second month, got another, like I think it was like £500. So like each month, if the video is still blowing up, you will still get.
And all the other videos that you have going as well.
And you'll still keep getting payments. If people do have questions, we can take questions that we can ask into the following week. So if you want,
100%.
if you have questions on even how Dab started the podcast, how I got into content, how you can build, because I think a lot of people do want to build a social media base, and we know like how to do that. If you guys have any questions or stuff that you want to learn or stuff that you do want to hear, then we'll bring it to you.
100%. Also, like even relationship advice, or non-relationship advice.
No, we can give I think
dilemmas.
We can give relationship advice because you're in a successful relationship.
I'm in a successful relationship, yes.
I l- I work in a salon, so I've observed. I observe people's behaviors, but I think
Yeah,
we have a lot of knowledge on a bunch of different
we really
topics.
do.
So yeah, if anyone has any questions, has any dilemmas,
Yeah,
send us a DM, send us a message,
please.
and then we're able to, chit chat about
Chit
it.
chat about it, yeah, on the podcast. Well, that's it from us today, guys. Make sure you like, subscribe, you share, and then we'll catch you this time next week. Take care. Bye bye.
Bye.